welcome to the Baccarat Edge. Got quite a few shoes for you all today. I'm going to do probably about 2 or 3 shoes. I have some live shoes here. Going to go over some live shoes. I also have a shoe that has been submitted to me. I call this the Terrible 2's. This is a hard shoe, and well, I'll get to it when I get to this particular shoe. But that particular shoe, that particular hard shoe that was submitted to me, I had to play a while. I had to get some real shoes in just to see if I could run into that kind of instance, and I did. So let's get it on. Let me get a couple things out the way first. If this is your first time seeing my videos, please start at the very first video. I had a comment and the guy said, "Oh, you only bet blue." No, I do not only bet blue. I bet according to the trend. If you want to see how I determine what the trend is, please start at the first video, because this video series, and I should have said this, but you learn as you go along. I should have said this video series is progressing. Each video is not independent of itself. It starts over again. This video progresses from the last video. So if this is your first time stumbling upon the Baccarat Edge, please start at the first video. I guarantee you'll have a much better understanding of where I'm going and what I'm doing in my videos. Okay, let me look at my checklist. First thing we're going to talk about, I have a trade, not a trade, I have a pattern. And it's a pattern that I notice, and I do have some real-time examples in some of my live shoes. I call it the hook trade. The reason why I call it the hook trade is because it's a hook up or hook down. So let's get it on. Let me see if I have any hook trades on this particular shoe. No hook trades on that particular shoe. Do I have any hook trades on this particular shoe? No, you're only going to see hook trades in ranges. And matter of fact, instead of looking for it in the simulation, let me go ahead and pull this Terrible 2's. The Terrible 2's hard shoe. This shoe was submitted to me by Daniel. Appreciate that, Daniel, for submitting this hard shoe. She's my beast. But let's see how we trade this. This is a shoe that was caught in a range. Okay. This shoe was caught in the range. This is what you see here on the bottom is what it originally would be looking like if you saw it. On the tote board. You got 2's and 3's. Nothing but 2's and 3's. Couple 4's there, but more 2's than anything. Now, the chart you see above it is on my chart. And this is what it would be looking like if you were looking at it the way I look at charts. Okay? This particular shoe. Now, I usually don't start betting off or betting until it gets in right around hand 15 or 20. And I've and I do have some shoes where I've tried betting beforehand. Don't do it. Just be patient enough to wait. Just be patient enough to wait. It's not worth coming out the gate early. Not unless you think you see a run and you can catch a run. It'll put you 3 to 4 units ahead before the patterns have been established in the shoe. But I've just learned the hard way. When I say the hard way, in my laboratory, and my laboratory is at the casino. You're not going to catch. It's of no advantage to start betting before hand 15. Anywhere from hand 15 to hand 20. There's no advantage to that. Get into that in a little bit. But this particular shoe was submitted by a guy named Daniel. And as you can see, it started off rough. Look at these Turbo 2's. Turbo 2's, got some 3's in here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 3 run, 4 unit, 3 runs in here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 runs in here. Getting a little bit tongue twisted there. So here is how you handle a shoe like this. Here we go. First, you're going to wait to hand 15, anywhere from hand 15 to hand 20, before you start betting. Even if, let me block this off for a second, because it's a point I want to make here. Even if, okay, let's say you don't know what's going on here. Give this range, and this range really hasn't been established yet. There's no support established. There's no resistance established. And my mistake, yes, there is a support. Support is established right here. Let's erase that. And let's circle that. Support has been established here. And we're at hand 15. So next time it gets down in this area, we'll probably be looking to pop something. Okay? So, with that being said, only support is established right here. And if you were to bet, let's just say, anytime you bet on a banker when the count is negative, that's a counter play. Counter play, counter trade. For traders, it's a counter trade. For Baccarat players, it's a counter play. That's a counter play. So let's see. Let's go on and see what this shoe has done, because I'm going to show you something, a real shoe I had right after this shoe, to show you how I handled this situation. And it took me a while. It took a while to understand betting in ranges. I think I'm better betting in ranges now than I thought I would be. So at hand 15, okay, we have resistance established. By the time we get to hand 13, we have support established. That's if you want to pull a counter trade. Let me say this. I am not, right now, I am not in favor, and I am not going to push pulling counter bets. That is up to you. Every once in a while, I pull some counter bets. I get screwed. So I just stick to, if it's going to be on the negative to the downside, hitting resistance and coming back down into the negative numbers, I'm betting player. Okay? Hitting support, which is, I think, one of my shoes. Yes, hitting support and going back up, is going to be betting bankers. But here's a situation where you're going to be betting player, only player on this situation. So we're not going to pull no counter trades, but I am going to underline them just so you can see that support. Each time it gets to resistance, and I went through this with one of my last videos, but this is a live shoot. Each time it gets to, and every time I explain this, I get better and better at it. And you too, you guys out there, you Baccarat players, if you have this chart where you can enter the information like this, practice betting ranges. Something else I want to talk about or mention real quick. I found myself realizing I'm only averaging anywhere between 5 to 10 units unless I catch a hell of a run. And that's 5 to 10 units on the conservative. I am flat betting. Flat betting, 5 to 10 units. I am averaging 5 to 10 units a shoe. I want to average more. It's not this betting this way unless I catch a dynamite run and I'm parlaying the last bet that I won. You're going to average 5 to 10 units a shoe. Now, let me remind you, I play live, and I was surprised. Me and my partner was in a casino day or so ago, and I was surprised that they're not using machines to shuffle the cards. Okay. And do you know how many cards he was cutting into the deck before the cut card came up? A pinch. He was putting that cut card almost all the way to the end of the shoe. I would bet there was probably no more than 10 cards left. Incredible. I don't know what the advantage is for them doing that because, casinos don't do anything not unless they have the advantage. Another story. But anyway, he was giving us pretty good cut. We were playing those 6, and there was a 6-deck shoe. So we're playing 99% of the shoe. And of course, he's burning cards. You're going to, at the beginning of the shoe, you're going to burn so many cards, whatever the count of the first card is, that's how many cards you're going to burn. And also, I was at stadium. Also pay attention to when you're playing in a stadium, and me and my partner debate about this all the time. They're going to burn a hand. They're going to play a hand, but it's not going to count on the board. So, you can count that hand or not. I like to count the hands. My partner doesn't like to count the hands. He say he's not worried about it. But I usually count the hand as a banker or player or a tie. Better yet, if it's a tie, that's even better. But I usually count that hand as a banker player because if it's a hand seen, it's a hand that can be counted. Okay? Now, with that being said, we have resistance on this banker, on this tight, terrible 2's shoe. We have resistance established at hand 17. The resistance wasn't established till you got to hand 17. Okay? I have a pattern called the hook pattern. The next time this banker gets up to 0 and it goes just one hand up, not 2, not 3, but just one hand up before another player comes, it always follows with another They usually come back to back. So it goes one hand past the resistance or past the support, one hand, and then it comes back down. This is the play that it comes back down into. I usually look for a repeat right there. That's a repeat play. I call that the hook play. Thinking about a hook play in trading, but that's what I call it, the hook play. Okay? Let's look at this. So let's look at this pattern, just so you guys get a good idea of exactly what's going on here. And you have to be paying attention. This is after support or resistance is established. When that hand goes up one play and comes back down, whatever that is, that's what you're going to bet. Player. Okay? After that, this becomes minor support. Okay? And me and my partner had discussed this because at one point I was going back looking at these two. Not support, resistance. I was going back looking at the last couple of plays as resistance. But once it blows through resistance, I'm going to wait for new resistance to be established. You can make a judgment call on that, okay? You can make a judgment call on that. So with that being said, let's look at this. Okay, you have minor resistance here. Again, and you caught this 1 unit right here. Okay? When it comes back up to that resistance, and this is like a play in trading. When it comes back up to that resistance, and here it is, resistance is established again. So now, with these two at +1, we're looking at major resistance. Anytime you have two or more on the same axis with nothing in between, that becomes major resistance or major support. Look at this. All of a sudden, this has become major support right here. So that's your counterplay right there to the banker. That's a counterplay. Not discussing the counterplays, but I thought I might show you anyway. That's a counterplay. Okay? Let's get back up here. Okay, new resistance has been established. Here it is again. Here it is again. Looking for that play right there. You lost that. It goes up 1. Just 1 level. We're not looking for it to go 2. We're not looking for it to go 3 and hook back down. Just 1 level. Comes back down with a play. Boom. You got that unit back. If you decide to keep on betting, that's on you. When I recognize I'm in a range, I'm just sniping at that point. Give me a unit, bang. Give me a unit, bang, I quit. Give me a unit, bang, I quit. I'm just sniping at this point. So you lost a unit here, you gained a unit there. Okay? Here we go again. Resistance is established. You got a unit right there. Resistance is established. You got a unit right there. Here's the hook play. And you have to definitely be paying attention to the hook play because it could very easily be missed. Resistance. Beautiful resistant plays. Boom. Went up 1 level. Came back down. player. There's your play right there. Another unit. Okay? No resistance established here. That's the end of that shoe. Tough shoe. Yeah, tough shoe. Even right here. 1, 2, 3 units out that shoe. And I find myself when I'm in a tight shoe like this, yeah, you might find some if you see some patterns that are better, you might find some patterns that, you know, that stick out to you. If you find some, definitely put them down in the comments or send me an email. I would love to just look at them. But that's what I'm seeing right now. I call that play the hook play. Let's look at it from the counterplay now, because I do see some counterplays down here. Okay, we got support here, bang. You bang that banker right there for one play. Okay, nothing here. Okay, support has just been established here. Support has just been established here. You got 2 plays. It's only established after this play right here. Okay? Bang, bang. You bang a unit right here. This is if you want a counterplay. Okay? Here's the hook play to the downside. It goes down 1 level. It breaks the support right there. It goes down 1 level. Bang, you caught a play right there. +1. So you actually got 1, 2, 3 on the counter trends. And on the trend side, we grinded 3. So that would have been a total of somewhere around 5. You probably would have averaged out somewhere around 5 or 6 units. Okay? It is very hard to play a range like this, but you have to train your eye. And you'll recognize, you know what? This shoe is not breaking. I'm in a range. Let me get ready to start betting when it hits support or when it hits resistance. Easier said than done. But that's how this shoe goes. Look out for your hook plays, and usually it only goes down 1. If it goes down more than 1, boom, that play is void. That hook play is void at that point. But I'm looking for 1 play past support or 1 play past resistance, and then it hooks back up to the upside or hooks back to the downside. Here's the hook right there, and you got 2 hooks in this shoe. Hooks majority of the time, I ran close to 100 shoes. It's a 50% play. What can I say? But here's where I messed up. I wasn't paying attention to market structure, and I was just circling every time I saw a hook play. Did it win or lose? Wasn't paying attention to market structure. If you are paying attention to market structure when you use these hook plays, I'm pretty sure the percentage is going to go up win-wise. And I'm going to show you a shoe where I was paying attention to market structure. But this is a 50% play. I'm pretty sure when you start paying attention to market structure, it becomes a little more than 50%. So that's my hook play pattern. This is looking at a shoe of terrible 2's. Definitely try to recognize when you're in a play or when you're in a shoe of terrible 2's. And just going back over this shoe again. Here's the hook play right here. You would have had that. Okay? If you're counterplaying 2, you would have had that. Resistance is again established here. You would have lost that one. You would have had that one. Bang. Resist, support right here. You got resistance, and it's hard to keep draw your lines. You're going to notice. I'm going to show you a couple of real shoes where I definitely draw support and resistance lines as they're made, so I would know. You need to know where you're at during the shoe, because you can very easily miss support or resistance. Okay, this is support established here. So this play, you would have caught that play. Here's resistance established here. So after the second, you would have caught that play. You would have caught that play. Here's a hook play. You would have lost here, but you would have gained this play. Okay? Did I miss anything? So yeah, the range shoes are hard to grind, but once you get used to looking at support and resistance, be patient enough. Here's a note. Once support or resistance is broken, just wait. Just wait. And let this right here, and I think I talked about this, but we definitely need to make a note of it. Once this resistance was broke right here, this right here becomes minor resistance to me. Now it's major after this play comes right here. So now that's major resistance. Has nothing to do with these two plays back here. New resistance is established. Okay? I'm hoping I am getting across to you guys. I'm not a teacher. I don't know if some of you guys realize I'm not a teacher. I'm just showing you, or trying to get the point to you across to you, how I look at trading charts. Okay? And I know some of you guys are not experienced in trading, but it takes time to see support and resistance. It takes time, but once you start seeing it, it becomes easier and easier. Don't get me wrong, it took me a minute to get this Turbo 2 shoe, my thought process together on this Turbo 2 shoe, because this shoe was submitted to me about a week or two ago, and I'm like, I was just trying to and before this shoe was submitted to me, I actually was creating this kind of environment in a shoe just to see what it looks like on my chart. Here it is. Plain and simple. It's not hard at all. Well, I'm going to say it's not hard because I've had time to look at it and study it. And that's what I want you guys to do who are interested in trading or betting on Baccarat. The Turbo 2's ain't nothing but another chart. A chart is a chart. And if it's too hard for you, stop playing the shoe. I repeat. I think that's a new word. I repeat, stop playing the shoe. Wait for the next shoe. But this is a perfect shoe right here that was submitted to me to get into range trading. And you're going to see more hook trades in a ranging shoe than you do a trending shoe. We have a saying in trading. A chart only trends 30% of the time. The other 70% is going to be in a range. And it seems like that rule applies to Baccarat too. Where those buyers and sellers are, I have no idea. They're there somewhere. But a Baccarat shoe, and I'm starting to get enough shoes in now. It's not going to run as much as you think, but when the run comes, take advantage of it. Okay? Let's get into another shoe. Basically the same thing. let's get into another shoe. Before we do that, let's look at this. Let's look at something here on this simulated. On the simulated, I'm going to pick out some hook plays. Let me pick out some hook plays just so you guys understand. Here's what I'm talking about when I say this does not count. It only has to, it needs to go down only one play in order to hook back up. 2 plays does not count. Going down 2 does not count. So that's no good. And notice this shoe is pretty much trending, so you're not going to see a lot of hook plays. Let's see if we can find another one here. That doesn't count because this doesn't count. Why? Because usually a hook play comes after it has been established. Support or resistance has been established. This has not been established yet. This is the second try. Now, if a player came right there, then it would have been established. But this hooked up before it was even established, so that doesn't count. Okay. Let's move on. Let's see. Let's looking for a hook play. That's a hook play, but this was the last hand, so we don't know what would have happened there. Notice resistance, resistance, resistance. Went up by 1 level. Player came right after it. I would have been betting another player on that next hand. Okay? Let's see if we can find a shoe where it's hooking like crazy. Here's a hook play that did not work. Here is a hook play that did not work. Resistance, resistance. Here's a hook play. You would have lost the unit right there. New resistance is established there. Okay? Here's a hook play. Support is established after that one right there. Bang. You would have lost that one. Banker. That's your play right there. Hook to the upside. And we're in a banker shoe, as you can see. So we will only be looking for hook plays to the upside anyway. So this hook play would have been, that hook play would have been a counter trade. Take your hook plays according to the side you're on. If you want to pull a counter trade, that's fine. Okay? So, technically speaking, no follow through, bang, got your unit back right there. This is not a hook play right here because support has not been established. Now support is established. Okay? That is not a hook play. You want to see 2 levels, and you're betting once it comes back down on that 3rd level, or breaking that support and then hooking back up the 3rd time, not the 2nd time. That's the 2nd time. That could very easily be misconstrued. Okay? So, bang, bang, that's not support. That is not a hook play because support has not been established. Now, if a banker came there and then it hooked back down, that would have been a viable play. But there's no play here because support was not established. like I said, once you get some bankers or players between that support and resistance, I consider it void at that point. It's been broken. That line of support or resistance has been broken. Okay? Let's go through and let's hit another one. Let's hit another one. And they're very easy to see once you start seeing how to spot these. And like I said, they're 50% play, so pay attention. We're on the banker side. So we're looking to bet banker. Support. Higher lows, support has been established. Put a bang one there. With a lost one there. With a lost one there. Because it hooked after breaking support. So you'd have lost one there and you'd have lost one there. You lost one there because you were looking for a repeat on the support. Then you'd have lost another one here because the hook didn't follow through. Okay? No hook there. Went 2 levels down. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay. I don't see any more hook plays. Nope. No more hook plays. And a lot of times also, let me stress this. Draw your lines. Draw your lines once. A lot of times you'll get a long support line or a long resistance line with nothing in between, and that can be very easily missed. Draw your line. So this became support right here after this banker came. Bang, bang. Okay? Definitely draw your lines. Can be very easily missed. Like, look at this right here. Support is established right here. Bang, bang. So you're looking to bang that one. You're looking to bang that one. You're looking to bang that one. Okay? You'd have lost one on that one. That's how I go through my charts. That's how I play real time now. I have a real shoe that I'm going to bring up in a second, but I want to get across to you guys how the hook play or the hook pattern is looking, or how to look out for it. Definitely make sure you draw your lines, because support and resistance can be very easily missed. Look at this right here. Even though that's a counter play, if you were counter betting, you would have lost that. But since you're in a banker shoe, you're only looking for support. You're only looking for support plays. Okay? Let's look at another shoe. Like I said, I went through close to 100 shoes looking for this hook, and I did not realize that I was counting both sides, but when I played real time, I was only doing it according to whatever side of the shoe I was on, and it was getting a little bit better than 50%. I know you can flip a coin. I know. Yeah. Flip a coin. Okay. Here is the shoe. We're on the player side. Resistance, resistance. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Quite a few plays here. And 15. Would have had that. Got some counter plays down here. One, two, 3, 4. And you know, the only reason why I don't do counter plays yet is I just want to be able to win betting on the side that I am. Now, once you start betting counter plays, your units are going to pick up quite a bit. But you have to be sharp, man. I get a little mentally tired after like the second or third shoe. You know, I go into the casino at right around the third shoe, I'm done. I'm whipped. For some reason, I am mentally. It's like playing a game of chess because so many things are going through your head, and you just have to be mentally prepared. This is just like trading. You have to be mentally prepared to see everything that you're supposed to see. Draw your support lines. Draw your resistant lines. And I'm looking out for the hook plays to whatever side I'm on. You follow what I'm saying? Is this shoe looking like a breakout? Okay, let me take a chance on the breakout, you know, to the upside because I see, you know, we're not in a range and it's grinding up and we're getting higher lows. All of that stuff comes into play. This is not easy by no means, even though I sit here and walk through charts. Hindsight's 2020. You sit down in front of that table with real money in front of you and real chips. You're on another level. You have to be sharp. You have to be paying attention to what you're doing. Looking for hook plays. Looking for hook plays. That is not a hook play. That's on the second try. Here is that's not a hook play. No hook plays there. Okay. Okay. If I missed anything, guys, say something. I'll come back and review it. Let's go to another one. Looking for hook plays. And like I said, you're only going to see hook plays on tight ranging shoes. Here is a hook play. I'm getting good at seeing these now. Haha. Okay. Here is a hook play. Bang. Bang. Now we have major resistance. You would have went for that, lost it. Player came. Boom. Got your unit back right there. This resistance no longer counts. We're in a player shoe. So you're only looking for player hooks. So the banker's going to run up by 1 and then hook back down. So that's 1 right there. Let's see here. Bang. Lower highs, lower highs, lower high. Resistance is established. Do I have any hook plays to the upside? No hook plays to the upside. This is not a hook play. Came down by 2. Okay. On to the next shoe. Looking for hook plays. Looking for hook plays. And notice, like I said, when the shoe is trending, you're not going to see those hook plays. Definitely practice your hook plays. Definitely practice your hook plays. Don't see no hook plays in that shoe. Hook play, failed hook play. Down by 1. Failed hook play. Let's see. This is not a hook play. Haven't done all my homework on that. Just after minor resistance, seeing a hook play. Haven't done all my homework on that yet. Maybe some of you guys might want to go through your charts and see what it's like just doing minor compared to major. I just do hook plays on major. Here's a hook play. Follow through. It's a counter trade, but it's nonetheless it's a hook play. I wouldn't have played it because it's a your betting banker. Now, I have pulled off bets like this on a counter play. Why? Because I had another play, possible play, to up to resistance. I do have a real shoe where I pulled that off. Now that I think about it, I'll show you that in a second. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let's sit on that. And it's good. And it's good to just go through shoes like this because not only does it train your eye, don't forget now, even though if you're averaging 5 to 10 units a shoe, let me tell you guys something. Don't want you guys to get lost on thinking 5 or 10 units is no money. Might not be no money to you guys, but let me tell you something. If you're betting green chips and up, and you're up 5 units on a shoe, that's $125. Black chips, 5 units, $500. Anything, any type of unit, and you're plus at the end of the shoe is icing on the cake. Okay? Let's continue here. Let's see if we can find some. You're not going to see no hook plays on no trending shoes. Hook play here. Failed hook play there. In the middle of I'm still haven't addressed these ties yet. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. The ties, I know there's some type of inflection point. Haven't done my studies on them yet, but ties are definitely something to be considered. I don't like to bet after ties. I'm always, when I see a tie come, I'm always trying to decide, okay, are we changing direction here? What's going on? There's some type of support, major support or resistance going on with these ties. Haven't done enough research on them yet. That's why I call this the laboratory. Got plenty of work to do. Not enough time. Okay? Really don't see anything in this shoe. And what I did was I took this program, this simulation program, and I went shoe by shoe. And I got all the way up to 50. Like I said, I got up to 50 something. And then I realized that I wasn't doing it according to the market structure. I was just counting them, and it was at 50%. But if I went back, and at some point I will, and count them according to market structure, I'm pretty sure that the percentage is going to change. Okay? Where are you? Where are you when I need you, hook? Where are you when I need you? Here's a hook trade. Even though it's a counter play, it's a hook to the upside. Down by 1, follow through. It's a counter play though. But here's the thing about this. Notice once we hit support down here, we're starting to make higher lows, higher highs. Market structure. Market structure. And there's something to this, and me and my partner were talking about it in the casino the other day. But there's something to we're starting to see when a shoe clearly turns to the upside. Clearly turns to the upside. Okay? Any more hook plays? There's no more hook plays. Only one hook play. That was a counter play, and that was a winning play. Okay? Do one more shoe, then I'm gonna bring in my real shoe. See if I can find a hook. That's not a hook. Resistance has been established yet. This is minor hook. And you know what? I'm starting to see them now. Now you guys are gonna make me go and just look at a hook after minor or major has been established. Here's a failed hook to the downside. Failed hook to the downside. But look at these plays, resistance. Bang. Got back up here to this line again. Bang. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play. Beautiful play. Okay. Let me bring in my real shoe so you guys can chew me out. All right. So, with that being said, let's bring in the real shoes here. Haven't had time to put it into my chart, but this is close enough. This is a shoe I won 6 units out of. And like I said, I notice I'm winning anywhere between 5 and 10 units a shoe. And I realized the reason for that. The reason for that is if we don't start betting, let me disable this for a quick second. If you don't start betting till you get to hand 15, okay? And you're betting up to, let's say you're betting up to hand 60 because you get, I want to say you get like, I'm seeing like 65, 66 hands in a 6-deck shoe. And that's what we're playing, 6-deck shoes. So you say 60 hands, 60 minus 15, you're going to get 45 chances of play. You're only going to play 45 hands, technically speaking. Okay? So, let me explain to you what I was doing, or see if I can remember what I was thinking in this shoe. Sorry about the picture. My pictures lack a little numbers on the side. They desire a little bit more work on, but this is a cell phone picture, by the way. And here's one of my charts. I was charting inside of a casino. Okay. Let's get it on here. I saw plenty of resistance. And I want to say this was before hand 15, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, right at hand 15, I started. This is the 0 line. I saw resistance on the banker side. So every time it went, I bet to the player. I hit that. Here's my hook play. I lost the hook play. Well, I lost the resistance play. Here's the hook play with a follow through. It followed through. I bet 1.5 on that play right there. So I won that play right there. Let me make my colors a little different too. All right. What made me bet this banker? It was a counter play to the banker, a hook play. I had plenty of support down here, support. It broke by 1 and followed up with another banker. That's a hook. That's the hook. I'll call that the hook pattern. Okay. Here we go again. Resistance has been established here. every time it hit resistance, I bet Baccarat. I ran ahead this time because sometimes you just get a gut feeling that, you know what, it's not going to run. We're in the range. I hit that unit. I hit this unit right here. Hit it again. Hit that unit right there. Hit it again. Hit that unit again. When it got here, reason why I bet that unit, I'm thinking it's looking to break out, and that's where you see me lose that unit right there. So I did lose a unit right there. Went back up to resistance again. You see it where I drew my line. Draw your lines on your chart. I hit that right there. It came back. I hit that right there. And me and my partner were talking about this. Wherever you see a little nook, see that little nudge right there inside that circle? That's a tie. I usually just put a mark inside the circle when we get a tie. So I hit that unit right there. I hit that unit right there. And then it never came back up to this until it got right here. And I lost that. Went up by 1, followed through, hook pattern right there. I won that. Wherever you see a 1.4, 1.5, that means I bet $14. Or back here, that's a 1.5 right there. I was betting $15 right there. So that's like 1.5 units or 1.4 units. I know it's $14 or $15, but I just go 1.4, 1.5. My base bet was $10 on this shoe. Okay. After I won this bet right here, I just decided it wasn't worth me no more. And you probably could have got some more plays out of this. It wasn't worth me. I knew when I'm getting to the edge of my sheet, I know we're getting to the end of the shoe. Me being up 6 units, I just it's not worth chasing a couple more units to be down 4 units. So I quit at the highs of 6 units. I quit at the highs. I was up 6 units, and I realized I was coming to the end of the shoe, so I just quit. Okay? So now you guys get to see how I really bet the ranges. And it doesn't make a difference. Turbo 2's, turbo 3's. If you see support or if you see resistance, stop popping them. Stop popping them. You don't have to bet the hook play. That's just my preference. But I like betting the hook because I notice I win quite a bit on the hook. Even though it's a 50% play. I think I'm doing a little bit better on real time. On real time, not on hypothetical simulated shoe, but on real time, I think I'm doing a little better than 50%. I think I'm at 51, 52%. But anyway, yeah, that's just a pattern I see. I call it the hook play. Okay. Let's look at another shoe here. Oh, here's a shoe. Gave me the blues. Here's a shoe that gave me the blues. Now, here's something that I did on this shoe. For some reason, I decided to just keep playing. I'm not locking no units up, and I'm going to keep playing because I want to see where it's going to take me. I want to say I ended up break even on this shoe. I ended up break even on this shoe, and I think at some point I might have been up 5 or 6 units. That's when, and I'm a flat better. I'm a very conservative better. I haven't gotten into the martingale yet. Jury's still out on the martingale, how I want to play the martingale. Jury is still out. But this shoe right here, we came in on the middle of this shoe. The shoe had already started. So we started betting as soon as we were able to chart, right? And I noticed we were in runs. And something you're going to notice in these Baccarat shoes. You're going to know when a Baccarat shoe is trending, and you're going to know when it's ranging. At this point, somewhere up in here, after looking, I'm like, this is going to be a trending shoe. I can't give you my gut feeling. You're going to have to use your own gut feeling. But just something told me this was going to be a trending shoe. So when I first started betting, I was looking for the breakout here. I lost that. Then I came back with 1.5 units. I won that, 1.5 there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. At this, I'm already plus 4. And then I lost a 2 unit, so I'm plus 2 right here. Then I hit this right here. Came back with a lower high. That's why I came back with this bet right here. Hit that one, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. I'm at 6.5 right here. I'm at a plus 6.5 right there. Then I drop. So now I'm at 5 units right here with this losing hand. And then for some reason, I just couldn't get. I couldn't get into gear, which I should have been just looking at my market structure, which I was, because notice I caught a pattern, a hook pattern right there. That's why I bet that banker. That was the only play I did. I did catch a hook pattern right there on a counter play. And then I caught another one right here because it was resistance. This is what I'm talking about, where you have to be vigilant on everything that's going on your chart. I have a tendency, when I start talking, I lose track of what's going on. You can very easily lose track of what's going on when you start talking and pussyfooting around, so to speak. Something I saw in the casino. I saw a particular guy in the casino. This was so funny. This was so funny. I have 2 stories. This guy walks up to the table, or to the stadium machine right next to me. And he looks at the shoe. He doesn't realize. And I started laughing. He doesn't realize. I'm looking at. So I'm looking at. I know this is a resistance play. This is a resistance play right here. He doesn't realize that. He doesn't know. He bets it all on this play. He bets it all on player. Him not realizing he hits resistance. He wins. Whatever he bet, I think it was like $100 and something or whatever. And bets it all. And with his luck, he's betting resistance. He bets it all. Hits that on player. Hits that player, wins, cashes out, and walks. I thought that was so funny. Oh my goodness, I thought that was funny. But that's the kind of stuff you see in a casino. He was pure D luck. As me and my partner say, a blind squirrel, every once in a while, a blind squirrel will find a nut. And he found a nut. And just so happened, he was betting. He bet it all when it was hitting resistance. Now, another story. I'm looking at this point. I'm watching the table. I was looking at a $200 minimum bet table. There was a guy there. He's betting $200 a hand. He's probably got about $2,000, $3,000 in front of him. $200 a hand. Not a lot of hands. Not a lot of hands at all. You put 200 go into 1,000 5 times. So he has about 10 to 15 bets. Okay. And not only was he was looking for a lucky A lucky run. He was looking for a lucky run. And he had two partners working him, asking for, give me a couple chips, man, so I can make a bet. Give me a couple chips so I can run over to this table and make a bet. And these partners that were working him, every time his partners came to him and asked him for some money, he would give it to him. Hey, no, I ain't got no problem with that. But they were working him for more than what he was winning. And he gave them money each one at least 2-3 times. Let's say he gave him money, worst case scenario, he gave him the money 2 times. That's $400 per person. 2, 4, yeah. Each time they came to him, I saw him give away at least 2, 4, 6, 8. I saw him give away at least $1,000 because they thought they saw another pattern at another table. I just sat there and watched. Hey, to each his own, but when you go to the casino, watch what you do and watch who you bring to the casino with you. You are there for business. You are there. He gave away more money than he was winning at the table, and then he was sitting back looking for a lucky run is what he was looking for. I took a picture of the shoe. I don't think I loaded it up onto my computer though. And then he walked away from the shoe talking about, that shoe ain't crap. I guarantee you it's a shoe we would probably have loved to dealt with. Because I saw some runs in that shoe. I'm like, wow, I wonder, and I can't look at a shoe and try to guess where what it's going to look like on my chart. But yeah, anyway, this particular shoe I broke even on. I could have walked away with 5 or 6 units, but I wanted to play it to the end just to see, and I will not be doing that no more. I will not be doing that anymore. I might have won like a half a unit on this shoe, whatever it was. When you start to get to the end of the shoe and you're up 6, 7 units, lock that shit up. Lock it up. Don't forget to press the like button. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. We got more to come. More real shoes to come. Keep practicing, guys. It'll come. Keep practicing. It'll come. You're watching the Baccarat Edge. We're running into a little over an hour now. I'll probably be putting out another video right after this. Every once in a while. I thought I kind of slowed up on the videos because I kind of thought I was putting them out a little too fast. You know, I was putting out like 2, 3 a week. Some of you guys, you know, I didn't want to move too fast for some of you guys. So I kind of just slowed up on putting out the video because we got a lot to talk about. This is just not something that you're going to get in a day or two. Take your time and practice. Take your time and practice. And if you want this sheet right here, get this sheet to practice on, especially you guys who are playing online. See, playing online, you can jump from shoe to shoe. Get this sheet right here. You'll see a PayPal link or Cash App link at the bottom, $35. I'm not charging you guys for this approach. This is not a system. This is an approach. Get this sheet and start practice looking at support and resistance. Let me bring one more shoe in here, by the way. Here's a shoe where I got tired. By the time I got to hand 15, I really didn't feel like playing this shoe. But I won 3 units on this shoe. 3 units on this shoe. Right here, I notice the support. Bang, bang, hit that for banker. Bang, hit that for banker. Bang, hit that for banker. I was mentally kaput by the time I got here. And I knew we was close to the end of the shoe. And notice sometimes what I'll do is, let me flip this page around. I will see how I do this. Wow, I can't do it. I will start somewhere on the middle of the page because I know I don't have that many plays left, just to get the rest of that shoe on instead of wasting the whole paper. But yeah, I did +3 on this shoe right here, just playing support, just playing the range. I knew I was in a banker shoe, and I said, you know what? And my partner was busy playing this shoe, and I didn't feel like playing anymore. So besides me talking and looking up at the other boards and paying attention to other things, I said, oh, here's some plays. Let me get some plays in. And I grinded a quick 3 units right there. So thank you for watching my channel. There are more videos to come. This is the Baccarat Edge. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I will see you guys soon.